Bum 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 bum. Oh, what's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, a Traxi Demon Queen, and it's a new week, and we're gonna talk about some Supreme Arena. But before we get into it, as always, toss a like and subscribe down below. Now, what I would call in the first leg of the season, we only had a few days where everybody was climbing the ladders. So now we should probably see some more action in this coming week as people get stronger and they maybe come back for the start of the season and they start their climb again. So we're not really gonna, be able to just kind of like sit here. We're expecting to get attacked more, especially now that people may not have figured out what's good for talent tiles and things of that sort. So we're going to take a look at the maps, and we're going to just try to figure things out. Alright, so we have an old classic here. Normally I would want to use a Cryonaya on this map, and I very well might. We have a basic map here. Oh, so we have Dunlinger. Dunlinger imposes his field of order, reducing the energy recovery rates of all units on the battlefield by a 60%. Remo's hero during battle preps are less affected, with their energy recovery rates reduced by 30%, and gain a shield every 7 seconds, equal to 25% of their max HP. And then we have this map here. Again, another map I would like for a clue type. Alright, so let's talk about what we're thinking here. So I'm thinking on this map, I'm either going to run something with a Kulu or a Cryonaya. You know what? Let's go, because the back talent tile is over here, right? So I'm thinking for 2, this is where we run our Athalia team. Right, so what we could do here is, I think we're gonna switch. Alright, so we're gonna switch there. And that's fine, I think. Then, alright, so for here... see it. Alright, so we can kind of manipulate it, it looks like, to get it to where Shamira is the rearmost hero. The problem I have there with doing that on this map is, 1, she's not unaffected at the start of battle, and 2, at least her vulnerable to Bonnie. Now, I think we have good units with our Ludovic and Kaylin that we can protect our Shamira. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run the Core Forge spell, which is going to give her unaffected at the start of battle. It is the new Light Forge spell or the Lightning spell, right? So it just gives out that immune at the start, is going to give extra haste, so hopefully that'll help the energy regen. We have Athalia, who works pretty well without the energy regen. So I think we're covered on that basis, and we have a decent team here. Alright, so let's talk about map 1. Alright, so I'm probably gonna want to do something like this. Would I want to do something where they're more protected? No, because Dun's gonna, see, I want to make sure Shakira gets his ult off. He's the most important of the group. I think maybe we just spread out a little bit. We could put Makola in. We could do something like this. Makola should be protected. Our Harak would not be protected. But then our Seth is going to have issues. Maybe we switch it up like this. And then we want the Execute here. We'll try out this one. It's a fairly strong team. I mean, it's all Paragon 4. So it's pretty beefy, so that'll give us an advantage there. Alright, so then we look at this map. Do we want to run... The question is, what faction do we want to run on this map, right? I had wanted to run... Now, I can put Cryonaya here. I don't have to worry about enlightening so much. So we could use something like this, a Dragon Roar spell that's going to give us extra haste and attack. And what I can do is we can drop... We can go with... let's see, if I run Kulu, that's going to cut off the thing here, which means we are probably going to go with the other talent. We won't have a support because I want a Lily here to protect against I still think we're going to be vulnerable to control if we do that though. See, what we could do here is we could do something like this. Right, so we could go wilder. So Lily would be over here protected, I think, and then maybe we go like something like this. Because I want to use Siren. So we have like our range, so we're just kind of making like a 3 ranged teams. We don't want to run control because it's very easy to shut down at this level, and we don't want to give our opponent a free win. And then we just have to make sure that we're countering control. And then we have the walls here for extra protection. I mean, this could work. And then the thing is now I don't get to use Tassie or some of my other big beefy units, but, but I think that's fine. I could switch it up like that as well, and then that way Dun's the rearmost hero, and that doesn't really give him a great option for the rearmost hero. Yeah, we could try this. Well, we'll see how it goes. Alternatively, I could swap out Seth. I could move. We could swap Seth. We could put Brutus in. Right, so we could put Brutus here. We could put Dun here. We could do something like that with Shakir in the back. Because Brutus is big and beefy and tanky, so he should work well with the tile. But I don't know. Or like I said, or we could use Seth. Now, if you don't have Harak built, you could substitute in Seth, or Lenya here would work as well. Right, so Lenya would be another option. So we could run like Lenya instead of Harak to get the talent tile. But when we're going melee, I do like to go with Makola. Oh, we could run Citrana as well. That would be another option.
Who's my next friend?
I just wouldn't run Mauler on map 2 because like it's alt heavy. So I wouldn't run it here because it's alt heavy team, and they're gonna get less energy. So we need to figure out heroes that work well without energy generation. I don't know if Shamir is the best option for this one either. Now that I think about it, we would want ones that are better with the energy. Actually, Cryo might work better here. I'd just be worried about with some of the targeting effect. And, then what would I run on the other one? So if I switched Cryo here... Alright, so if we ran this instead, right? So then we have the Wilder Shell here. Unless we ran like another Mauler team. Who could I run? Because here's the thing, if I run another Mauler Shell, the Mauler tile is here. And then the problem becomes, you know, who do we have that can get out from there? And the only ones that come to mind are Harak, Thalia. But I want to run Thalia on too. So we're probably better. Oh, you know who we could run?
Witness the power of the forest.
Check out my latest invention.
Could run Tassie. It should be good on the. She would be because she'll cheat death there. That could work. And then we're just going for raw stats. Or the other one we could put in here, as we could drop Chimera in here.
Chaos holds no place in my soul.
Because she would get the energy, she would get the HP regen off of the talent tile, because we do have it at 10. So you know what? Let's try this one. It's weird not running a squad with a Celestial Hypo in it. Because then if I drop anybody, I would drop Siren, and we would put in probably put in Kulu.
Get ready to be scared.
Because then this would cut off our opponent, and then it would kind of leave Chimera up there, and it would really kind of like narrow down what they're able to do. So we could try that as well. I'm just worried because my because that means I have 2 Paragon 2s in, and we kind of already have the wall protecting everybody. So I think we're better off going with Siren.
No.
Alright, so I think that's what our teams are gonna be this week. And you saw some substitutions. So we'll look and see how we did. I mean, last week we only got attacked once. So our Mauler comp held out pretty well. The Wilder Siren comp held out well on the second map. Now it was a different map. It was with the Haywen. So we ran Cryo on it to counteract kind of like the revive from Haywen. And then here we ran the Chimera squad on the other map with this one just to get around it. And you can see we're running the Athalia Igor combo, and that's really effective. I think it'll be effective with Cryonaga in there as well. So that's going to be it for this week's comps, where we're definitely going to take a look. We'll reevaluate week by week as we open up more faction possibilities and those double talent tiles. I think what we're going to end up running is something with 2 Maulers by the end of the season. Maps provided. Then maybe something with a Wilder or Hypogean or a Graveborn as well. So usually we go 2 faction heavy, and then we fill in a 3rd faction in the other one. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!